met Ted Cheeseman, stood with him, boxed with him, set a high tempo.
We'll be right back.
He'd last the distance at the tempo that he started, quick out of the blocks. But he did do, and fair play to him, he's the rightful winner there tonight, and hopefully the scorecards reflect that tonight, Nick.
Yeah, and hopefully some of these fans will accept the inevitable as well. They were booing as Sergio Garcia was celebrating. Well, it's too early to celebrate yet, but I'm sure Ted Cheeseman and his connections will know that there's no way this should be even close. But if you're going to criticize someone, that's fair enough. What you cannot do is criticize Ted Cheeseman for lack of effort and a lack of heart.
No, none whatsoever. Crude.
You know, the Cheese is a tough son of a bitch. I'm not saying it to be disrespectful. Look at this. You gotta look at the state of his face. Hold on. 23 years old. This was the fight to see if he can get to past the domestic level and move on to being a ranked contender, because Sergio Garcia is highly ranked by the WBC. And where else is he at 154? Here he is for the WBC. He's also from Spain and from and number 14 by the IBF. Damn, Cheese. He's got to go directly to the hospital. Let's listen to the cards. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live.
From Monaco and
I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.
To them.
Oh, wait. Damn it. Replays.
It was a grueling battle.
He was eating so many shots. This was the last round.
I think that Cheeseman just had the physical strength to get his gloves up. I don't think he was being a big timer. I just don't think he had the energy.
Yeah. Them swings missing wild all the time, taking it out of you, Nick.
This was the fight.
Garcia, fair play to him late.
I mean,
Ted Cheeseman,
for the most part, he was eating. Sergio was letting him do that shit.
Garcia survived it, slipped and slid, got his way out of there, countered with him. Started off a good night for Tony Sims there with Felix Cash winning the Commonwealth title.
Okay, so surprisingly, Sergio Garcia is ranked by the WBC number 4. Surprisingly, not by the WBA, even though Ted Cheeseman is number 14. The Cheese man
who's been beaten here.
The Cheese has got melted.
Credit for how much he
no, he ain't getting knocked out. That would mean if he got knocked out, he would be melted. Damn, what's taking him so long to read the cards?
23 years of age, Nick. Has to go back to the draw.
I don't like this. What's taking them so long to read the cards? So, Sergio is ranked number 4 by the WBC. Oh, here they are finally.
And surely this is a first defeat for Ted Cheeseman. Surely.
They don't sound too sure. It should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a nice round of applause out here for both of these fighters. After 12 rounds of action here at the O2, we go to the judges' scorecards.
Sure.
Jean-Robert Lane and Gregors Melenda, 119-109. Massimiliano Bianco scored this bout 115 to 114. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated. And still the European Super Welterweight champion, Sergio El Niño
Quite right too.
Garcia.
How one of those judges saw that a one-point fight, I will never know. Thank goodness justice has been done here.
Nick, I'm picking my chin up off the floor. Where's 115, 114?
He needs new glasses.
Was he sat up at the rafters at the back there and thought the swinging punches were landing?
Even from there, it was so obvious.
Boxing been fucked up. It's getting out of control.
No. The other two got it 119, 109.
Banged on the money. 190. I had it 118, 110.
I had 118, 110. I'm not arguing with 119, 109. Nobody is. That was as wide as you like. 115, 114 is an utter embarrassment of a scorecard. This man shouldn't be embarrassed. He might have lost, but he gave it everything he had.
The skill set just wasn't there.
The judge should be embarrassed.
He should be.
Why don't they get the judge on the mic and say, excuse me, how can you explain that 115, 114?
We need to get
all
judges
we
on the
can say,
microphone.
Joe, is thank goodness it didn't actually matter.
Wow.
Okay, well,
It's a bit.
I wonder if we will get a post-fight interview. I watched this fight here in the States on The Zone. Over in the UK, it was on Sky Sports. It is 6:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, February the 2nd, 2019. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. So now, Sergio Garcia, in regards to 154 pounds, could likely be ordered to fight Kell Brook, depending on what Kell Brook is going to do. Because Kell Brook is ranked number, like this could have led to a Kell Brook fight, for Ted Cheese. For the Cheese Man. Damn, he making love in there. But, I'm happy for Sergio Garcia. They tried to rob him, and it's crazy because if I'm correct, the 3 judges were from Spain, right? Wait, let me see. Damn it. Oh, they're about to talk to Eddie Hearn. Shh.
So much respect and credit that he's 23 years of age. And I don't think I've seen anyone try so hard to the final bell when they're so far behind in the fight.
Did you think he was going to turn it around at the end there?
He was so tired, but I just think that he gave it everything. Sometimes you're 8 or 9 rounds down and you think, I'll just coast through, make the distance. Never in that fight was he not trying to win the fight. Unfortunately, he came up against a brilliant Sergio Garcia. Ted made mistakes in the fight. He was getting hit much too easy. He didn't jab enough.
Maybe he was a bit tense at the start.
Maybe tense. Maybe believe in your own hype that you can just overpower people. You can just walk people down. You can outwork them. What you saw was coming up against probably a world-level fighter who was incredibly fit. I mean, after 3 or 4 rounds, I'm thinking he's got to break him. Yeah. He was fresher than Ted Cheeseman.
Do you think we all underestimated him? I think we're all guilty of that, especially on our side as well.
But I'm not sure. Sometimes you step up from British to European level and you're not good enough. You're not ready. And ultimately, that's what happened to Ted Cheeseman before. You saw it with Lewis Ritson.
Against Patera and Eggington against Mimu.
Exactly. And, it's all very well talking about these guys, saying they're this, they're that, but you've got to see it. And he stepped from British to European level, and he wasn't quite good enough. What I will say is, he's still British champion. He's 23 years old. He's got a heart of an absolute lion. And I just got so much respect for him, because this is the most brutal, toughest sport of all. These boys deserve so much respect. You can imagine what he was going through in there. He did not quit for 1 second. He tried every second to try and win that fight. Unfortunately, it was levels tonight. And the level of Sergio Garcia was too good. He's a very good fighter. I think he can go on and challenge for a world title. And Ted Cheeseman will come again. He's still British champion. He's got a lot to work on. And you can't just walk guys down. You can't just outwork them, pressure them. And, if Garcia was a bigger puncher, that fight would not have gone 12 rounds.
Brilliant words. You've got so many options in that division. Would you bring him back for maybe the winner of Fowler Fitzgerald or anybody else that you've got in that division?
Ted Cheeseman's still British champion. Anthony Fowler, Scott Fitzgerald, they want to win the British title. Those fights are still there. Potentially not as big as it could have been through victory tonight. But Anthony Fowler or Scott Fitzgerald against Sergio Garcia is a great fight. I think he's going to go on and challenge for world titles. I do. He's top 4 in the WBC. I think he's a very talented fighter, and he showed his level tonight, which is European, world class. And Ted couldn't get out of that British level, which is, at 23 years old, that's no disgrace. But I'm so proud of Ted Cheeseman. And sometimes with performances like that, you can gain just as much fans, as many fans in defeat as you can in victory. He's got a heart of a lion, but he's got to improve technically. You can't take as many shots as he did tonight, because even at 23, it's going to be a long career if you do.
Thanks, Eddie. So forgive us, there isn't actually a translator in Team Garcia. So between myself, my limited Spanish, and his wife, Angela, we're going to try. Sergio.
I'm trying to find out this referee, if this is the judge.
En la primera lucha fuera de España, ¿cómo sientes? I should say, first defense of your title away from Spain, first defense of your title.
Hey, who's this guy? He knows Spanish.
Estoy muy contento de que todo haya salido bien, de haber cumplido. Y me gustaría agradecerle a mi pareja que me apoya día a día, mi familia, en especial a mi equipo, Víctor, Iñaki y Tato, que están día a día conmigo en el gimnasio. Y le quiero agradecer a todo el mundo que ha venido a verme, gente conocida, gente de Torrelavega, gente que se gasta el dinero en moverse, en venir a ver, en seguir esta este deporte que lo sigue tan poca gente y se lo quiero agradecer y ojalá que hayan ganado mucho dinero en las apuestas.
That is a long answer to translate. Basically what Sergio said there was thank you to his fans, thank you to his team, thank you to his partner for putting up with him. Did I miss anything out? Thank you for the fans from Torre Vega, Cantabria. What do you want to do next? ¿Quieres luchar por un título mundial? Do you want to fight for a world title next?
Sí, desde luego
I like this guy.
Que me lo preguntabais el otro
The
día,
interviewer.
pero ya lo dije en las entrevistas previas que primero quería pensar en esta pelea, que todo saliese bien y ahora quiero descansar y todo lo que venga bienvenido sea y yo creo que nos lo merecemos y ahora es momento de descansar.
I've said in interviews previous to this that I will only talk about the future after this fight and we will go away and talk about it. I think that was roughly what you said. I know you can't understand, but thank you very much. Congratulations.
I like this guy. I like this guy. You know, I'm half Spanish, half black, and half Irish. But anyway, I think this is the judge. One from Italy, one from Monaco, and Poland. Right? Referee. Don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, man, these cards got to get their shit together. But in regards to Sergio Garcia, like the Cheeseman, he like the overhand right. I knew from the very beginning that, you know, he kept connecting with the overhand right, but it was like, you know, there was really no power behind it. Even the body punches, they were crisp, like clean, straight to the body punches, but you know, they wasn't hurting Sergio Garcia. He wasn't even dropping the elbow. You know? Like, the Cheese just couldn't do nothing with him. But anyway, I enjoyed the fight. You know, I'm going to start covering more and more of these cards because I have been missing out. I do cover them. For example, I missed the Lorenzo Gali fight. I got to cover that. You know, I've been covering like his last 5 or 6 fights on YouTube, so I got to get on that. But overall, you know, for a Saturday afternoon, for me, I don't know, I just love boxing, so that's different. But in regards to this judge right here, I think this is him. Where's he at? Him right here. Because, you know, sometimes judges also referee too. You know? But social media is ablaze about it. They're like, what the fuck was he looking at? Anyway, TstreeT. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I believe this was the judge that had it, you know. But anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.